Okay. Rashee Rice, number 8. Coach Steve has him 7th. Coach John has him 7th. Dan has him 10th. And 4 seasons, he had 233 receptions, 3,111 receiving yards, 25 touchdowns. In 2022, he had 96 receptions, 1,355 yards, 10 touchdowns, and another receiver running 4.5s. When am I getting the Ferraris, guys?
They're coming. They're coming.
Jesus.
There's not many of them, but there's a couple.
Coach Steve, I'll let you start us off on this.
Told you this is a shit class. I mean, they're obviously better than all of us here, but I mean, in terms of what we've seen over the last few years, I actually saw something on Twitter. It showed like the last 4 years, and I'm just like, damn, those wide receiver classes are been nice.
Yeah,
very upsetting.
We've been blessed.
But no, I mean, I like Rice a lot. Honestly, I took him in the 3-8 spot in my recent rookie draft that I just recently did, and I thought it was a steal for me personally. I mean, he's definitely someone who on film I like watching a lot. He showed up a lot on film for me. You know, he developed well over his college career. Somebody who has got the size and athleticism. He's got ball skills. He's someone who can make defenders miss and gain those yards after the catchability here. And he finished top 8 in terms of combine score and production score, which I really like to see that as well. He's obviously not being talked about up enough. I think mostly just because of where he went to school. Personally, that's how I feel about it. He doesn't have that top end speed, but I like him a lot. Now I'm very curious where he ends up at the NFL level, because obviously that will really determine on where I have him ranked after that. But if he lands in the right situation, I'm really excited about what Rice can do. I mean, if he ends up in the right spot, I mean, he could end up being an early second round pick in drafts.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw similar stuff on Rice. I think he's, big play, good body control, good hands at the catch point. Like, he does all those things at 50-50 ball that you like. The stuff that bothered me a little bit, and I have him at 7th. And again, I think I'm a sizist during this draft class, I'm realizing. But the couple things I didn't love is, and maybe this is also a same school kind of scouting, but Courtland Sutton had more production with a similar style of play in that offense. And it's like, I get it. It's different times. Everything. It's like, you're in SMU, you're a big guy, you're fast, you got great hands. I wanted more like top end plays, more top end production. It's like, yeah, he's a solid wide receiver for SMU. Like, I love it. Like, good guy. He's probably going to be a great pro. I just don't know where the ceiling is on Rashee Rice. That's the only one of my biggest question marks. Is where I don't think he'll fail out of the NFL. I think he's probably fine. He'll good enough, but does he ever really ascend to be a team's focal point? I'm like, I don't know, probably not. But that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah. So shameless plug, but I actually did a full deep dive write up on dynastynerds.com on Rashee Rice. So if you want my full thoughts, it's like a 2,000 word article. So that's the place to go check that out. But I have to agree, body control was a big A+ for me. There's so many clips where he goes up and he has to contort around a defender to pull the ball in, and it was like watching a gymnast up there when he was vertical. This is going to sound weird, but the one thing that I took away while watching film as a negative is it seemed like he gave up on plays very easily. Any play that I noticed that he wasn't involved in, say he was wide side and there's a screen to the boundary side, ball would be snapped and he's not even taking like a step to try to sell his route at all. And now, listen, I'm not an NFL head coach or on a coaching staff, so I don't know how much they take that into account. But I feel like if I'm seeing that, then they got to be seeing that as well. And then the other knock is his long speed. He's not going to be beating you down the field. And even if he catches, because one plus I had for him was his deep ball tracking. He was able to keep track of where the ball is in the air very, very well. But once he catches it, he's getting chased down by a corner. I was on Garrett Price's show, I want to say last Thursday, 2 Thursdays ago, we were talking about Rice and how he will find success for fantasy purposes at the NFL level. And he's going to be that PPR, high volume, low ADOT type of receiver where he's going to have
Deontay Johnson?
Yeah. Kind of exactly. Like a perfect season for him is going to be a wide receiver 2 finish where he has, 120 receptions, but only maybe 1,100 yards, like nothing crazy like that. So I think if he lands on the right offense, he's going to be a great floor player for your fantasy purposes, where you have like one of your all-star receivers on bye. You're like, all right, I need 10 PPR points this week. All I need is 10 to win. And then Rice is going to be there for it. But if you need any more than that, it's going to be a little bit of a push. So he's still in my top 10, and I like what he can maybe do at the next level. Just there are some concerns as far as the ceiling is concerned for me.
Yeah.